Hi, I'm Nadine Matheson, best-selling author of The Jigsaw Man, The Binding Room and the soon-to-be-released The Kill List. Welcome to my Writers Clinic, where I answer your burning questions and deliver my mini masterclass. Now, the topic in today's clinic is all about the editing process. Now, I remember being a debut author and I had loads of questions. What are structural edits? What are line edits? When does it stop? So let's get into it. First up is structural edits. This is the big one. Sorry to be harsh, but that novel that you spent months, possibly years working on is about to be ripped apart. This is the most complex and time-consuming of the editing process, and sometimes it feels like pain. In the structural edit process, also known as developmental or substantive edits, your editor will be looking at your plot, characters, themes, point of view, the voice, the pace, dialogue, setting. Does your story make sense? And there will be comments, there will be questions, and you'll have to deal with all of those. There will also be suggestions. For example, your editor might suggest introducing a new subplot. A painful one for me was that I was advised to get rid of a character. And I really didn't want to because I love this character. They'd been with me from the beginning, but it was the right thing to do. But the thing about suggestions is that if you feel really strongly about them and you believe they won't work, then you can say no. So you've completed your structural edits, sent them back to your editor, you think you're free. Unfortunately, you're not. Now it's time for line editing. Your editor will now go through the next draft of your manuscript, line by line, paragraph by paragraph. Line editing involves looking at your word choice, pacing, consistency, clarity, timelines, and there'll be more comments, there'll be more suggestions. Again, if you don't agree with a suggestion, you can say no, but it's important for you to go through all of these comments. So you've completed your line edits. Are we there yet? Not quite yet. Now we have copy edits. Now believe me, copy editing, this is a good stage because it means that we're nearly at the end. Your copy editor is someone completely different to your editor, and it's their job to make sure that everything in your manuscript, from timelines down to the colour of your character's eyes, is accurate, clear and correct. I'll give you an example. In my novel, The Jigsaw Man, which was set in early September, I said that there were tulips growing in the prison garden. My copy editor pointed out that tulips don't bloom in September. Coincidentally, it was September when I was actually doing my copy editing. So I looked out in my garden and I saw that I had dahlias growing. So I switched from tulips to dahlias. And you'll find that your copy editor is an expert in everything. And they're usually right. Now we're at the end, nearly at the end, because we've now reached the proofreading stage. Proofreading. This is a bit of a tag team event. There will be a professional proofreader and there will also be you, the writer, proofreading your manuscript. You'll both be doing the same job, meticulously reading the manuscript and checking for typos, grammatical, spelling and punctuation errors. Have you duplicated words? And are there words missing? From experience, you won't catch everything, like you really won't. As writers, we would have read our manuscripts multiple times and we can become a bit word blind. But my advice is to print out a hard copy of your manuscript, grab your favourite red pen and post-it notes, index flags, and start going through your manuscript, start proofreading. I personally think that it's easier to proofread the page, a physical hard copy, as opposed to reading it on the screen. But if you're committed to saving the trees, then I can recommend proofreading on a digital notebook. I use my Remarkable notebook, love this thing. So I kind of switch between the two, the hard copy and my digital notebook. So that's my mini masterclass on editing. You can send me a message or leave a comment if you have any burning writing questions or recommendations for a future mini class. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you for joining me.